Joining me now, Mark Short, Coalition to Protect American Workers, Executive Director and former White House Director of Legislative Affairs. Mark, always a pleasure. Have you ever seen anything like this where the president goes up to the Hill and gets nothing? Niente, nada, bupkis?
Well, Dagan, it's happened twice now for President Biden, and I think that, Democrats, I think, want to have a big pep rally for his send-off overseas, but they don't really have their act together. And I think, fortunately for Americans, the reality is that we're not anywhere close to getting a massive tax and spend bill through Congress the way that the Democrats want. They don't have legislative text, as your report just said. And so even though they can announce a framework, they've announced a couple different frameworks already. They announced a $6 trillion framework. Then they announced a $3.5 trillion framework. Now they're announcing a $2 trillion framework. There's no bill. And so the progressives are holding the infrastructure bill hostage until they see actually the radical left-wing programs written into text that they want. And
Dan Henninger at the Wall Street Journal wrote about this in part today, but it's these dumb deadlines that Biden and Pelosi continue to put up and then miss. The vaccine deadline, 4th of July, failed. The September 11th deadline, which was offensive to many people, and then moved to August 31st for the withdrawal from Afghanistan. And it was this rush to get out by these deadlines that caused a disaster. And Nancy Pelosi then turned around and put up a September 30th deadline for votes on both infrastructure and the giant welfare bill. Why do they keep doing that?
Well, I don't know. I think that a lot of those false deadlines are bad strategy for them. But the reality is that really once you flip the calendar year and head into a midterm election year, a lot less is going to get done. So there is somewhat of a practical deadline at the end of this year, Dagan. But I also think there's an irony is that if you listen to what they're saying, is they're saying we have to pass this because we have to show that we're headed together. This will be good for Biden. It'll be good for Terry McAuliffe in Virginia, or else he might lose. But stop and think about it for a second. They're saying we have to pass something to show we can get it done. But nobody in America wants what they're trying to pass. Every poll shows that about almost 55 to 35 people are against trillions of dollars of additional spending and taxes. And so they're sort of boxed themselves in a corner where they've advertised, if we don't get this done, we look incompetent. But if they do get it done, it's actually going to hurt them next year in the midterm elections.
Inflation is soaring and the economy is slowing. So what do they want to do? They want to funnel so much more money in spending to the American people, which will fire up inflation even more. Then you want to tax whomever, corporations for one, and that will slow the economy. And so the entire idea is a recipe for more of what we've got, which the American people hate. They're struggling to balance filling up their tank and buying groceries and just going through what in this framework, or at least some of the texts that's come out. One item is forbidding drilling in the Arctic National Wildlife Refuge, reversing a position in the Trump bill. And again, what is that going to do? It's going to hurt oil supplies and send prices higher.
Yeah. Dagan, there's a lot there. Let's start with the inflation. The reality is that no longer you're hearing the Fed say it's transitory. They recognize that it's here to stay. And to suggest that you're going to pass trillions of dollars in additional spending after passing $6 trillion in COVID spending that still hasn't been fully spent is a really bad recipe to add fuel to the fire of inflation. But what you're also saying is that on the energy prices, you're expecting 50% increases in your home energy bills. You're already seeing it at the gas tanks. And what the Democrats are doing is they're taxing oil and gas companies, which you're going to tax, you're going to get less of. And you're going to tax it. At the same time, you're cutting off new permits for drilling. And so everyone in the energy sector is saying these energy prices are here to stay for at least another 12, 18 months. And so every you continue to increase the energy prices, it increases your grocery bills and everything else because it's the transportation costs. So you're spending more inflation, but you're also continuing to spike energy prices at the same time.
Well, I said it before, it's insanity, but that's the Democrats. Mark, great to see you. Mark Short, thank you so much for being here.
Great to see you, Dave.